A continued effort to cut down on gun violence in Michigan. Governor Whitmer signed an executive order that'll expand the work of the Michigan Gun Violence Prevention Task Force. She credits the group in efforts like banning ghost guns, school safety, strengthening victim support, and educating the public on safe firearm storage.
Country and only in our country, guns are the #1 killer of young people. It's estimated that in 2025, an American was killed by a firearm every 11 minutes. That's a child, a brother, a cousin, a neighbor, a friend, a loved one, gone every 11 minutes.
Governor Whitmer says the order allows the group to keep working and start implementing their ideas to